Bree wants to be sure she's understanding the process of publishing, and so I'm here to help. My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. So she says, just to understand how publishing works, you query your book to agents who publish within that genre. So if you publish in different genres, you'd have two different agents. So we're going to define a couple of terms first. So a literary agent represents your work. They are a lot like a real estate agent in that they are an expert in a very, very narrow sense of the area of law that they are reading contracts in. So they know and understand publishing contracts very, very, very well. In fact, they know them better than most lawyers are going to be able to answer any questions for you. They are experts in this space. Can you go buy a house or sell a house without a real estate agent involved? Yeah, sure. It's harder, and you're going to be the one who's taken advantage of if the other person has an expert on their side. So it is really recommended that you have an advocate for yourself in this process. Literary agents are that advocate. So they don't buy your book, they don't publish your book. Literary agents are your representative with publishers who do not take unagented submission. Let's look at some of the biggest publishers in the world. So your big five publishers, your Penguin, Random House, and HarperCollins, and those sorts of people, they very, 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 very rarely will accept any sort of unagented submissions, because if they accepted unagented submissions, they would just be flooded and they would never be able to get through the slush pile. There would be too much. Literary agents submit things to those publishers because, frankly, they have weeded out kind of a lot of mess. And I know that sounds insulting, but if you are here and you are trying to get writing advice, you're probably not the mess. When I say the mess, I mean the people that have dropped like 40,000 word violent political manifestos in someone's inbox and thought that counted as a query. Like, I promise I'm not talking to you if you're here watching this. Literary agents help you narrow your search and narrow your focus. They help to tailor your pitch to these acquiring editors who work at publishing houses. They help to match manuscripts to editors to help you get your book in front of the right people, the people who are going to be willing to pay for it. And then publishers pay you for your manuscript. Now, they are technically like buying the rights to publish your copyrighted work. And there's some like legal footwork in there that I don't think we really want to get into here on TikTok, but they will pay you for the right to publish your work. They still have not technically bought your manuscript, even though that is the language that we use. Now, do you have to have different literary agents to have two different genres? This totally and completely depends on how different the genres are and your literary agent. Most agents represent more than one genre, or they represent a broad range of genres, and some are more broad than others. Some have decided that they're going to specialize in something very specific and very niche. Others have a broad range of interests, things that they are good at, and they have a big network that they can sell to. So if your agent represents both of those genres, there's a really good chance that she's going to want to represent you for both of those genres. Now, if those genres are very disparate from one another, there is a chance that somebody at her agency might want to represent your other work in that other genre, or might support her in representing the work in that other genre. There's always a chance that that might happen. And then there is a chance that, yeah, you're going to have to go somewhere else to have somebody represent that other genre because it's just too different. And nobody that she works with is able to help her sell that. And there's nobody at the agency that knows how to sell this. And so there's no way for them to do this in a way that helps you feel successful. If that's the case, you just discuss this, you add an addendum to your agency agreement, and they say, okay, I am now representing all of your works within X genre. For Y and Z, you're free to go seek representation elsewhere, and they will lay out what the terms of that look like, what the agreement is.